viewers, this is Inspire 2016 with your monthly reading for the month of June 2020, focusing on your career and work life. I hope that you have a good month so far for the month of May, and I hope that you are well during this pandemic. So let's get started. So the first card for representing the present position of your spread towards the beginning of the month, you have the Nine of Spades. It looks like in the beginning of the month you might get some kind of quite worrying news, maybe about your employment or even like somebody that you love, and that can be sometimes it's disturbing, but I do not see anything very dark and very like negative in these readings, even though this is the first card in your readings. But in the beginning of the month you might be like worried. So there are so many reasons why people are worried, like when they base on their decision from their fears and egos and all of that. You just have to mitigate that situation by just thinking positive, like do whatever you can to just keep on doing it, not overwhelmed with so many noises or gossips or whatever it is that come into your ears. And maybe shut the news sometime. A lot of negative thing is also published on the news, so it's always good not to hear those noise sometime. So the next card that you have representing the influence card or the bridge cards towards the middle of the month, you have another nine, so Nine of Diamonds. So like I say, it looks like that. Oh, by the way, you have a double nine here, so there is a needs of wrap things up, obviously, and you needed to be prepared. If this is related to your job, maybe you have to work from home, or you may have to maybe cut the employments. Maybe your contract is ended or whatever it is, or even like you needed to cut your employees and everything. So if the condition in your locations or in your country may not be as good as the others, so probably during the middle of the month you may have to cut back that losses. So basically, in order to gain some independence, you may have to do so. So there is no other choices in this era. So so many different businesses right now are struggling to meet ends needs, and this is something that also happen in any part of the world, so you just have to bear with that. And the thing is that by doing so you might be more independent in some ways. If you have to end the job, maybe the path for a freelancing may be a good things for you as well, or maybe you start your own company, your own business from whatever money that you earn so far, and that can be a good things too. So the next card that you're representing the past position of your spread, you have the the Joker card. So in the past, some of you maybe already started a new things. So this can be some kind of like a side hustle, side jobs, like I said before, like a freelancing jobs in some way, or even like something more permanent, maybe like a full-time jobs. Maybe you have already got the the offer, but the thing is that in the beginning of the month of June you may have to wrap things up, like I mentioned. So you may have to finish everything you have started and complete the whole thing before you can move on to a new positions. So the next card that you have representing the things that you learned from the past, you have the Eight of Spades. So the Eight of Spades here indicates that I think something that you learn a lot from this pandemic or this kind of situations, a very difficult one, is actually not being afraid, not being like inside your head, and just do whatever you can to fight back these pandemics. that actually something that will help you greatly to mitigate these situations. So not stuck in your head and not being overwhelmed with a lot of noises, a lot of different problems that happen into your life. Not all of those things that are bad is actually happening in this world. So you just have to be, oops, sorry for that. So you just have to be very careful and do whatever you can in order to succeed. So the next card that you have representing the things that you need to let go of, you have the Three of Hearts. So the Three of Hearts here indicates that you may have to, sometimes when people are trapped inside their negative mind, they might be ended up with a lot of depressions, like a lot of depressing thoughts and all of that. You just have to let go those things, especially if you are planning for getting married, or if you are planning to go for holidays and everything's stuck, everything got canceled, and that can be a bit depressing, right? So if you want to hang out, or if you want to do something fun, maybe try to mitigate that into different scenario. By doing so, you actually can help your mental health, and also your partner, and also the people that you love. So the next card that you have representing the future card, so it's the end of the month, you have the Three of Diamond. So in this card, being in this position, it looks like that whatever hurdles or whatever problems you have towards the beginning and the middle of the month, everything will be solved by the end of the month. So there are a lot of collaboration they needed to do, like asking many people for their help, asking many people for their contributions, and everything around it. So it's actually gonna help you a lot to mitigate the situation and to solve this problem that you have. So it's not all things bad, that you can just accept it. Sometimes you need to fight back, and this is your time to do so by doing collaboration with a lot of different stakeholders, a lot of different peoples. So lastly here, to clarify the whole reading, at the bottom of your deck you have the Nine of Clubs. So I think there are many times in this lifetime that we always think that everything bad and you don't want to help anybody. You are just defending yourself, being grounded and not even care about other people. So this, the card is actually saying the opposite. Like if you want getting things done, you need to help other people and not being bogged down with your ego, like not being afraid of maybe catching up the virus or getting infected or whatever it is. So the solution is actually the opposite. The opposite exactly what it's supposed to be. Like opening up your guard, like putting your guard down and just helping people with all that you can is actually what will help you to pass through. Because when you help people will respond back. They will help you back when you are most needed. And that can be something very helpful and very important in these difficult times. So I think that's overall readings here. I hope that this reading is helpful, and if you do like it, click like, and if you haven't subscribed, click subscribe and push the bell icon so that you get the notification every time I publish a new video. And if you want to donate to our channel, you can do so by sending your donation via PayPal to this email, and see you next month. Thank you.